Let's start our first module on animal nutrition. Nutrition is an overall process by which living organisms synthesize and procure their food and utilize it for maintenance and work and convert it to protoplasmic constituent for growth, health, repair, regeneration and reproduction. Let's see what are the topics which we are going to discuss in this. The balanced diet, nutrition in pregnancy, infant nutrition, breastfeeding, importance of dietary fibers, nervous and hormonal control of digestion, what is ruminant digestion, what are the nutritional disorders like anorexia, acidity, ulcer, flatulence, starvation, fasting and its significance, obesity, causes and consequences, the role of vitamins and minerals are the brief topics that we are going to discuss in this module. First, what is a balanced diet? Diet which contains all the nutrients in the correct proportion required by an individual for the proper maintenance of health and optimum growth is called as balanced diet. It's a diet which contains all the body building and energy giving nutrients in right amounts and correct proportion needed by a person for optimum growth, health, repair and reproduction. In other words, it is a diet which can provide all essential nutrients in sufficient amounts to meet the synthetic and energetic requirement of human body, to promote and preserve its normal growth and health. So it should contain sufficient amounts of protein, carbohydrate, lipid, vitamin, minerals and water for promoting and regulating the metabolic processes. The cow's milk is generally regarded as a natural balanced diet because as it contains enough nutrients. A balanced diet must provide enough food to the body for meeting energy needs. At the same time, energy from cereals should not exceed more than 75% of the total requirement. Energy from fat should not exceed 15% of the total calories. Energy from refined carbohydrates like sugar, jaggery has been recommended to be around 5% of the total calories. A balanced diet must provide enough protein for building up and repair of tissues, secretion of digestive juices, synthesis of body proteins, enzymes, hormones, etc. Fat, oil, minerals must be available in sufficient quantities from balanced diet. For planning a balanced diet for low-income people, low-cost nutritious food items have been selected like ragi, sweet potato, tapioca, cluster beans, soybean, bitter gourd, drumstick, leafy vegetables, sprouted pulses, gram, groundnut, gooseberry, guava, papaya, mango and other seasonal fruits are ideal for a low-cost balanced diet. The fuel food include the carbohydrate, protein and fats. But these are not yet sufficient. It also must contain minerals, vitamin, roughage and water. Only balanced diet can provide all basic nutrients for normal physiological functions. Then coming to the nutrition in pregnancy. Pregnancy is a physiological phase characterized by rapid growth for both the mother and fetus. So during pregnancy, mother and fetus require rich and regular supply of nutrients. Poor maternal nutrition during pregnancy may cause depletion of the mother's food reserves and low birth weight of the baby. It may also cause low vitality and premature death of the child. Before and during pregnancy, a woman must need sufficient nutrients to for maintenance and development of breast, uterus and placenta, and also for the formation of the amniotic fluid. Also, she has to supply enough nutrients for the intrauterine growth and development of fetus. Now let us look at the day 23 of a fetus. Now the fetus will be about 2 millimeter long. It is the beginning of the development of major organ. Is a very critical stage for neural tube development. While in day 28, it reaches around 6 millimeter long, and at this stage, at this point, the heart is beating and the limb buds develop into arms and legs. By the next week, that is week 12, the fetus will reach about 82 millimeter long, and the arms, legs, the feet, fingers, toes are formed. Organs grow and mature. It will be less affected by the nutritional deficiencies, and so this is the stage when the fetus needs the most nutrition. Then week 26, about 250 millimeter long, it will reach the third trimester. Rapid growth occurs. The child will be able to survive if born prematurely, though the lungs have to be developed and nutrient stores are there and feeding need to be given. Then by the week 40, the baby is ready to be born. It has less amniotic fluid. The baby will fill up the uterus and it will have plump arms and legs. So this is how the different stages of the pregnancy looks like. Next is the full-term fetus. Usually it weighs between about 2 to 3 kilograms at the birth. And at full term, it is about at 38 to 42 weeks. The fetus will be ready to be born. Now this is defects that can occur in a fetus development. That is the initial stage. At 4 weeks, the neural tube is yet to be closed. So there will be a gap formed if there is severe nutritional deficiencies. So by 6 weeks, the neural tube that is outlined by the red vertebral arteries has been successfully closed here. Okay, so in 4 weeks it is yet to close. Here it is already closed by 6 weeks. So the issues can develop at this stage when in the initial stages of the fetal development, when the neural tube is developing. If there is no sufficient supply of folic acid and other vitamins, the child can be developing a condition called a spina bifida. There is a neural tube properly does not close and it will bulge out as such, and it will cause severe developmental abnormalities in the baby. Now the neural tube defects that can arise are or the causes are unknown. The risk factors include the familial history, that is the history in the family, or it can be due to the diabetic condition of the mother, or obesity in the mother, or if they are taking any anti-seizure medications, or it can be due to mutation in the enzymes of the mother. Now it will adversely affect the future condition of the fetus also, because it will lead to fetal programming. Adverse influences in the critical stage in the utero can set up the stage for chronic disease development later in the life of the baby. That is a maternal nutrition status may even change the gene expression in fetus. They have the tendency, the fetus may have the tendency for very impaired beta cell growth, and they'll be prone to develop diabetes in a later stage of life. It will also adversely affect their blood vessel growth and lipid metabolism, and they will be prone most to cardiovascular diseases or coronary artery diseases. Such complication can arise in such individuals. The maternal weight and nutrition is very important during pregnancy. A full-term pregnant woman must, they must gain or must get that is have a weight of plus 10 to 12 kg of their initial weight. and for this she must take adequate food and sufficient nutrients. Underweight of a pregnant woman may contribute to the small size and low birth weight of the child. Such infants are highly prone to infectious diseases and high mortality. Even overweight of the mother during pregnancy may result in eclampsia. Eclampsia means it is a coma stage during pregnancy, especially during the last month of pregnancy. So the person or the women may develop high blood pressure and she may enter into a coma state. That is also very harmful to the mother and child. The recommended weight gain of a mother in pregnancy is 1.5 kg during the first 3 months. That is called the first trimester. So the recommended weight gain of a woman in the initial stage, that is the first 3 months, is 1.5 kg. Then in the second 2 trimesters it will be 1.5 kg or a little more. Sudden gain or loss of weight during pregnancy is very harmful to both the mother and the fetus. Any marked nutritional deficiency in the diet of mother will seriously harm the mother and child. Deficiency commonly occur in respect to calcium, iron, phosphates and vitamins. Deficiency of calcium, phosphates and vitamin D will harm the normal development of the bone and teeth in fetus. Iron deficiency leads to low red blood cell count, low hemoglobin content. Subsequently, it will lead to anemia in mother and child. Deficiency of vitamin K will seriously affect the blood clotting. So this is something that the mother or the women and they should take care, the family should take care, is that the nutrition during pregnancy for especially vegetarians, they must be able to meet their nutritional needs through diet alone, but you cannot supply iron too much for the vegetarians, so they must take it as supplements. Vegans means those who do not consume dairy products, eggs, they only consume vegetables. Vegetarians, they include milk to their diet, but vegans do not include milk to their diet. So they must have supplementation for B12. B12 is only available in meat and eggs, and this should be supplied to both vegetarians and vegans. And they should also be supplied with calcium because vegans do not consume dairy products, and also the vitamin D. But vitamin B12 deficiency will lead to spinal cord damage and psychomotor retardation in the fetus. Nutrition in pregnancy is very important because an undernourished mother will give birth to an undernourished baby, perpetuating an intergenerational cycle of undernutrition. It's globally acknowledged that focusing on the first 1000 days of the child's life, beginning from the conception to 2 years of age, is a critical window of opportunity for treating nutritional deficiencies. Nutritional needs during pregnancy include, you need to take folic acid. For a non-pregnant lady it is 400, okay, and while for a pregnant lady it should be 600. Lactating mother 500. Vitamin B6, it's about 1.3 mg. For pregnant ladies it will be about 1.9. For lactating ladies it's 2 mg. For the vitamin B12, a non-pregnant lady can consume about 2.4, while pregnancy 2.6, and for lactating 2.8. So you can understand the need for not only a pregnant lady is important, but for a lactating mother it's equally important. Now, what is the importance of folic acid, and what is the relation between folic acid and pregnancy? Now, folic acid, of all the nutrients, folic acid is very essential in the pregnancy and pre-pregnancy phase due to its role in synthesizing DNA. Folic acid requirements are increased in pregnancy because of the rapidly dividing cells in the fetus and elevated urinary loss. During pregnancy,